And the tap of the morning too, when you're strolling down the bowring, that means the lane. A friendly brook will sing you this sweet refrain. Cade me la fortune, slant it to you, and the tap of the morning too. When it's early in the A-rock, that means the spring. The birds are glad to see you, here's what they sing. Cade me la fortune, slant it to you, and the tap of the morning too. Oh, it's great how they greet you in Ireland. Learn the words so you won't have to guess. It's a toast to your health for one thing, and 100,000 welcomes no less. In your heart you're feeling Shaneworth, that means okay. And if you meet a colleague, here's what to say. Cade me la fortune, slant it to you, and the tap of the morning too.
While I announce some terrible news. Someone has stolen the Blarney stone. Oh, no!
But that's impossible. Is it true, Bryony?
It's so true I could say it from the pulpit. I heard it in the castle directly.
Then you're the first to know.
Ah, Bryony, you're a hero of a man.
The Blarney stone gone. Oh, surely this must be the great crime of the world.
We can't waste time, Hughie. As the legal arm of this village, we belong on the scene.
I'm ready, Bryony McNaughton. As your assistant, I'm proud to aid in the apprehension.
Well, what'll we do? With the stone gone, there'll be no gift to the Blarney.
Think of it. A speechless world.
Oh, it's terrible.
Morning, Hughie.
Con?
Hello, Father. I brought your lunch early.
Oh, I don't need it, Con. Something has happened.
Tell them, Bryony, tell them.
Well, the long and short of it is the Blarney stone is gone.
No.
Pulled right out of the castle wall.
Oh, it's a sparkling catastrophe.
Now, why would anyone steal the Blarney stone?
Yes, who'd have use for it?
Plenty of people. Right now I'm thinking of number 10 Downing Street.
Sure, have you thought? It's just as the legend said. Yes, that someday the Blarney stone would be stolen.
And there will follow strange accidents and unhappy deeds.
Don't wait up for me, Con. I'd be a busy man today. Start her at the way, man.
Good luck to you, Bryony. Oh, the excitement. You know, it's a pity that Ireland doesn't have more to steal.
Oh, you'll be proud of your father now, Con.
Yes. It's a large day for Bryony McNaughton. For 30 years, there's been no such time.
There's been praise for Bryony.
But never much above laughing at him for finding a truant or catching the thief of Muldoon sheep.
That's right, Con. This is the proof of Bryony.
Yes. A chance for him to be looked up to his share of times. And that's a small wish.
Clear out these tourists.
Now, don't you say Divine, I'll tell you what to do.
How do you like that? We traveled 3,000 miles and no Blarney stone to kiss.
Sorry, ma'am. What procedure should we follow here,
Don't
Bryony?
get excited, don't get excited.
What are you doing here? I contacted Inspector Fallon of the Cork Police Department.
Somebody called me.
Just a formality.
Well, it's just a formality that this crime took place within my jurisdiction. I'll conduct the investigation.
Oh, Bryony's the man to have. He's as bright as a jewel in the morning.
Now for some data. Tell me this. How did you find out the stone was missing?
How do you find out your nose is missing? You wake up in the morning and it's gone, so your nose is missing.
There's a nice dilemma.
Devine, go handle the crowd.
All right, move along now.
Disappeared during the night. About the stone, can you give me the exact dimensions?
Of a certain size. You couldn't say exactly.
Well, could you say approximately? In size, was it closer to a pullet's egg or to a mountaintop?
Well, judge for yourself.
Stone the shape and size of a large flower box. Probably chiseled from the wall between 9 in the evening and 8 in the morning.
Bryony. Oh, I've got a lovely clue. This man saw someone about the grounds last night.
Who was it? Now, this is no time to cover up for somebody.
Well, you might say that it was Cormac Gillespie.
Well, would you say it?
Yes.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The man's a suspect.
Devine, I'll make the deductions around here. All right, come on. Open the door, Devine. Now, this is the only way to get up to the Blarney Stone.
Oh, Bryony, you've got a great head on you. What are we looking for?
Footprints.
Oh, footprints. Bryony. There's footprints.
Devine, those are my footprints. It's right over here.
Thank you. Morning, Inspector Powell.
Hello, Sergeant.
Well, we got things started, sir. At the moment, we're checking our footprints.
You haven't been tramping through here. Rope this off before they turn it into a picnic ground. Devine, try to handle this crowd without starting a riot.
Yes, sir.
Now, what about me, sir?
You better go back to the village.
But this case, sir, now, the way I operate...
You operate under the Cork Police Department. You have no jurisdiction here. You'll do us more good if you tend to your own job.
And can't I help, sir?
McNaughton, during the years, thousands of people have traveled here to kiss the Blarney Stone. The doing of that has made it more than a stone. It's a shrine, our identification, you might say. Now, suddenly, it's disappeared. Now, wouldn't you say it was great folly to turn the case over to an obscure village sergeant with no training, no background, and modern methods?
But have you ever thought, sir, that not all crimes are revealed by the microscope?
Well, the truth of the matter is we'll be moving too fast for an old man to keep up.
An old man?
Well, maybe, maybe not. But who'd bet you have the price of another sunrise? I'm sorry, McNaughton. You better return to the village.
Yes, sir. Not the price of another sunrise. I'll be alive when he's an old friend of the worms. Before they turned into picnic ground, return to the village. And that from a man who weighs no more than an echo. I'll return to the village, but I'll stay on the case and I'll solve it. I'll solve it if it's the last thing I ever do. Out of my way there.
Morning. About 10 tomorrow morning. You're on tap, Mr. Mulqueen.
Oh, the Mahatma's in early. Morning, huh?
All right, thank you very much.
Say, there's some fresh bubble gum for you.
Thanks.
Live a little.
Joe, do you feel better if we moved the home office to a locker room?
Well, might help my game a little at that. Got me a new putter. What's on your mind, Chief?
Another big theft.
Yeah?
How well do you get along with the Irish?
Well, I root for Notre Dame regularly. Why?
Because in 2 hours you take a plane out of here for Ireland.
Well, why pick on me? What do I know about Ireland?
Your mother came from there, didn't she?
That's no advantage.
The only other guy we've got is Manny Epstein.
That's no advantage either.
So you're elected. Here, take on the dope. Theft of stone reported 2 hours ago, Cork, Ireland.
What kind of stone?
The Blarney Stone.
The Blarney. Here, wait a minute. What are you trying to give me?
I know. It sounds crazy, but somebody lugged off the Blarney Stone, and we're stuck for $500,000.
Well, this is the darndest thing I ever heard of. You can't insure a thing like the Blarney Stone, can you?
If the price is right, you can insure anything.
Yes, I remember that woman in New Rochelle.
That was a bad risk. The point is, we're minus 1 Blarney Stone, and it's your job to find it.
Anything else?
The company can't afford that kind of loss. I'll pick you up your tickets outside. Read the cablegram for details.
Anything else?
Serious, Joe. No horseplay.
No?
No.
No.
Now check in with the Cork police, then go to the village. Once you're there, you better keep your mission confidential. Be friendly, mix with the people. Make them feel that you're at home with them.
Sheila, August Cowers, That's Gaelic.
Gaelic for what?
Oh, I think it means, here come the British. I don't know, something like that.
Hold it. I suppose you'll be having yourself a fine time traveling through Europe.
Only one stop. Ireland.
Ireland, is it? Well. Nora, I want you to meet me daughter. Nora, where can she be? Oh, there you are, darling. I want you to sing a song for the gentleman. She's only 5, but she sings like a bird.
Is this?
Indeed she does. Now then, darling, sing When Irish Eyes. This'll only take a jiffy, sir. Come on, dear, sing for the man. Go on, sing.
Well, let's have it. Dad give you quite a build-up, you know. Come on, let's hear it.
When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring, with a lilt of Irish laughter. You can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart.
Thank you. I never could have made it.
I may not even put my name on this one.
Sounds fair enough.
Would it be right to say you're a painter of things?
Of course he's a painter. The precious proof.
Oh, you must be a man of great brain to do a thing like that.
Well, I'm glad to see you appreciate the nicer things. How about a little bubble gum?
Bubble gum?
Bubble gum?
Oh, your mothers will love me for that. Well, I've done about all the damage I can do here today. We'll pack up.
Can we help you?
You going to town?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. Take this. You grab that. And away we go. Don't fight over it now.
Leave the tree, will you, old girl?
Say, that robbery created quite a stir, didn't it?
The grandest trouble in the Western Isles.
And the evil deeds begun already.
What's this? What evil deed?
There's a legend. Someday the Blarney stone will be stolen.
Is that so?
Not 2 days later, 6 cattle died of no cause.
Well,
there's the man who sneezed.
Man sneezes. Nothing unusual about that, is there?
Sneezing's one thing. But wouldn't you say it was strange?
For a man to sneeze without closing his eyes?
The very thing happened in this village not 3 hours ago, when the Blarney grief is started.
In the turmoil, it's possible the stone will never be found.
And better find it. Never find me. Huh.
Yeah, wait just a minute, will you, boys? Might as well get rid of this right here. A little black. A little blue. Mix it up a little.
Will there be any whiter from washing here?
Oh, it's guaranteed since the old times. The stream of Donaldurus is surely the fairest place alive to wash. Or wish.
Ah, we got a little green.
You know, Con, I think it's not getting whiter.
Oh, you can see for yourself.
It's an odd color of white, fitted with black and blue.
Might as well get rid of this red, too. If I had any sense, I'd throw the paintings in. Shall we proceed then, gentlemen? Come along.
As red as a dragon's eye. And a little green now. Oh, that's nice.
It couldn't be so.
What'd you do? Get tangled up with a rainbow?
I'm Con McNaughton, and who are you?
Joe McQueen. Oh, boy, I've been wasting my time painting ducks. What a complexion.
There's little to match the eyes of Con McNaughton.
As bright as a gypsum lake.
Now, would you have anything else to say?
Amen.
You're American, I suppose.
How can you tell?
It was easy to guess, since they're the only ones who know just the tail end of a prayer.
Say, we're going to the village. You want to join our little troop?
I'll go along.
Fine, I'll clean this off.
Con McNaughton! Will you look? It fits the prediction of Video Devlin.
No.
Isn't it the stream of Donaldurus?
And a knife in his hand.
That was only one condition.
And the color on the knife. It's just as Biddy said.
There could be no mistake. The very rock.
We'll be leaving. Hurry, Pierce, get the basket.
Hey, wait, brief me on this business. What? Hey, Pierce, come here. Who's this Video Devil, and what's this prediction all about?
I couldn't tell you that, sir. You'd have to ask Con McNaughton.
Well, I will.
You better to wait. It's in her mind now. And as everyone knows, the mind of a woman is a dreadful thing to dwell on.
Even in Ireland, huh? Thank you. Nice ride.
Had you plans for going someplace?
Yeah. Going in and get a tall glass of beer. You want to join me? Ease the pain?
Now, that's a reverend
Come
thought.
on.
I don't think I'd have time.
No?
Besides which, I'm on duty, and you're about to be arrested.
Arrested? What for?
You can talk to the sergeant about that. Come on.
Nice little village you have here.
Oh, you should have been here during the trouble.
Fun, huh?
Oh,
You mind if I stop and put this away?
that's to be used as evidence.
Oh, I could get life for that one. Well, give me some idea what I'm being arrested for. What's this all leading to?
I have me orders. Besides which, my natural nature is towards silence.
You're sure having an off day today.
Yeah, here. In there. Here he is, Bryony. Stand there.
Oh, I traced the man gallantly.
Clothes, obviously a disguise. Now for some questions.
Sure shot.
Can you tell me this? What were you doing hanging around Blarney Castle for the last 24 hours? You were watched the whole time.
I was painting. Yeah. I think I've captured something there, don't you?
Tell me, did you pay money to learn this?
Oh, no, it was a gift from heaven.
I'd leave the church.
Now, here's another one I knocked out after the light had changed. Pretty good, huh?
On this, would you say it was you or the Lord failed to improve?
Bryony, would you look at this one?
Oh, there's no one in the town looks like that.
Would you say it was one of the little people?
No, looks to me more like a wisdom tooth.
Whoop. Ah, that's better.
You know, I think I'd rather have it the other way around.
You know, you could take it sideways like that. That might start a whole new cult. Well, I've got...
Not so fast. I'll ask you to find. A man sneaks into town, says nothing to anybody, and when questioned by the police, says he's painting a picture. Would you say that excuse is a little thin?
Oh, Bryony. As thin as the veins on a plover's egg.
Exactly. Now, we'll give you one more chance. What are you doing in the town?
I told you I was painting. But if you're going to run your jail this way, I'm going to take my business someplace else.
All right, you boy, lock him up.
Lock me up? On what charge?
Vagrancy is enough. Add to that trespassing on private property.
Ah, Bryony, that's a gigantic reply.
I didn't think it was so big.
You stay there now until you're ready to answer some questions.
It's a bit of a draft in here. Why don't you put a chair against the door?
Now for some data. I suppose you have a name. Hmm? Well, what is it?
Joe Mulqueen.
Now, that's a nice name. Mulqueen. Don't you love the swing of the syllables?
Mulqueen? That's Irish.
Right on the button.
Tell us your real name.
That's my real name, Joe Mulqueen. Genuine, Newark, built-in, brogue Irish.
The true check is in the man's face.
It's hard to tell. There's practically nothing there.
Well, I really had it today. First, a bunch of kids put the whammy on me. Then you knocked my paintings. You heaved me in the pokey. And now you tell me I'm not Irish. I got to draw the line.
For proof, I'll need more than a tinker's tale at twilight. Huh.
Bryony, we're about to hear a tune played.
Another gift from heaven, I suppose.
As beautiful Kitty one morning was tripping with a pitcher of milk from the fair of Cronyn, When she saw me, she stumbled, the pitcher it tumbled, and all the sweet buttermilk spilled on the plain. She said to me, you now, oh, what shall I do now? Sure, such a pitcher I'll ne'er own again. 'Twas the pride of my daddy, oh, Barney McClary. You're sent as a plague on the girls of Coleraine. Isha achon.
Sung like a civilized angel.
In the early tongue.
Achon. Isha achon. I sat down beside her and gently did chide her that breaking a pitcher would give her such pain. A kiss then I gave her, and ere I did leave her, she vowed for such pleasure she'd break it again. 'Twas haymaking season, I can't tell the reason. Misfortunes will never come single, 'tis plain. For very soon after poor Kitty's disaster, the devil a pitcher was left in Coleraine.
Ah, that's the sweet noise.
Devine, open the door.
What about the charges?
Dismissed.
Stricken from the record.
To breathe the sweet, fresh air of freedom again.
Bryony, isn't he the tender lad?
Oh, Joe, what are your plans for tonight?
Well, I was going to bed early. I thought I might catch the sunrise.
We have a party at our house tonight for Edmund Livesley. Would you care to come?
Well, I don't know.
With the thought of it, my brow is cool already.
That's me daughter, Con.
Who couldn't die ugly.
I just canceled the sunrise.
Good! Ask for the house of Bryony McNaughton. Down by the well, you can't miss
Well,
it.
if it's a party, I'll hear it. You know, you've been very nice. I may do your portrait someday.
Oh, no, not that. No.
Got a lot of character in your face.
No.
Like the capture.
No.
Well, thank you again. And you have a nice face, too.
Oh, he's one of my best friends from America. We talked on the way here, you know.
I can see you are tricked by my plan as well. You know what I think about Joe Mulqueen? I think we've got a man.
No.
Yes. First the Blarney Stone is stolen. Then out of the morning comes a stranger to light her on the very same spot. He gives no explanation except that he's a painter. Painters you'd be ashamed to hang in a broom closet. Now what do the facts suggest? Remembering the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Oh, Bryony, it was your poise that tricked him. What's our plan?
To fool him with friendship. Now, McQueen committed the deed, or he knows who did. We have no evidence. So tonight, while he's at the party, you, Huey Devine, will be in his hotel room securing that evidence.
It's a gorgeous plan. Oh, Bryony, your intellect's loaded with molecules.
No, I wouldn't say that. But for certain things, Bryony McNaughton doesn't have to be bitten by a fox.
Manhattan Insurance Corporation. Attention, E.L. Larkin. Investigation covering the first report on the theft of the Blarney Stone. Arrived on time. Made contact immediately with the Cork police. Officer in charge is an Inspector Fallon. Seems to be a good, smart cop. Has a couple of undeveloped leads. Proceeded at once to the village, and here things really began to get rough. In the first place, looks like everybody in town must have kissed the stone and One little fella, a guy named Devine, he acts as if he may have swallowed the stone. Officer in charge of the local station is a cute old codger named Bryony McNaughton. Doesn't have much talent, though, and I don't think he could find the curve in a pretzel if you furnished him with a blueprint. But he's a sweet old man. We'll advise further as additional details develop. Signed, Joe Mulqueen. Oh, P.S. If anybody steals one of the pyramids, Manny Epstein is your man.
Diddly doodly diddly humpty diddly doodly diddly humpty diddly doodly diddly doodly diddly doodly day.
Biddy O'Devlin, something happened today to frighten us star.
As the wisest woman from here to Woodstock, I've heard.
Well, then, would you say that the first condition is fulfilled?
To give you a definite answer, it all depends.
America, that part could be right.
My prediction said this man would come from the Land's End. So, America would qualify.
And the first time he'd be seen at the stream of Donald Doors with a sword the color of blood on it. Why, you chose the word yourself.
It could be so.
But it could be an accident. How would I know?
From the second condition and all that follows it.
Joe! Hello! Well, get you! Come in! Hello, Joe! This is Joe McQueen. I have him for a friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Meet Edmund Livesey.
Hello.
Joe, meet Ed.
How are you, Ed? That's it.
If you're from New York, you know Tommy Cregan's cousin, I think.
George, I must have missed him.
Glass of beer, Joe, huh?
I'll look him up when I get back,
Oh,
though.
good.
Tommy Cregan, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Say something for Joe McQueen. The Donovans.
Donovans. I used to know that. Probably a different version than yours.
If you would like to see the height of hospitality, the cream of kindly welcome, and the core of cordiality,
Joys of all the olden time you're wishing to recall again, come down to Donovan's and there you'll meet them all again.
Oh, take me the bouncer to give you down the Donovan's, cheery as the springtime and Irish as the Donovan. The wish of me heart is if ever I had anyone, that every luck and lightens lie, may light upon the Donovan.
Joe McQueen.
How about a verse from Joe McQueen?
I'm game.
As soon as e'er you lift the latch, the little ones are meeting you. As soon as you're beneath the thatch, oh, kindly looks are greeting you. Scarcely are you ready to be holding out the fist to them, when down by the fireside you're sitting in the midst of them. Oh,
Came me the bouncer to give you down the Donovan's, as cheery as the springtime, as Irish as the Donovan. The wish of my heart is if ever I had anyone, that every luck that lightens lie, may light upon the Donovan.
Can't Amelia Bolger they give you?
Then when you rise to go, it's, oh, sit down again. Isn't it the haste you're in, and won't you soon come round again? Your carbine and your overcoat, you'd better put astray from them. Will take you all your time to try and tear yourself away from them. Oh, kneel about here, they keep you down and down the run. As Irish as the Cronyn, the wish of my heart is if ever I had anyone, that every luck that lightens light may light upon the Donovan.
Joe, come here. I want you to meet Biddy O'Devlin.
Oh, Biddy O'Devlin. Fine.
Biddy, do you know Joe McQueen?
He has a generous face.
You see?
I'm a widow, you know.
Oh, yes?
What would he care about that?
I didn't want him to think I'd gone me time without being asked.
Well, I got something to ask you. What's the prediction of Biddy O'Devlin?
I've made hundreds. What of the robber, Bryony? Have you news of who took the stone?
No, there's nothing to report.
And the accidents go on.
There's been more?
Today, by Tommy Cregan's. 3 families and their children, all down sick.
And today I saw another.
For instance?
Today I saw a man walking. And the strange part is, he was walking in the sun and didn't cast a shadow.
Didn't cast a shadow. Now, what do you think of that?
I think it's a whale of an act.
Hello, Joe Mulqueen.
Hello.
Do you dance?
Well, I can get by, if you can lead.
Did Con tell you what happened at the stream? It was very like the words of the prediction.
That's a yarn made up for a village girl 500 years ago. How would it come to days like these?
The prediction was given to me to put upon someone. And at the coming of Con McNaughton, I said, this is the way she'll be loved or not at all.
And how do you know that he's the one? That was just a single condition.
But the second condition, Bryony, that he'd come to her house in a coat of Glenaney.
And the lining of the pocket stained with a blade of grass from the grave of the dead king.
Yes. And the third condition, that he'd sing like the imprisoned bird of Connemara and release the 12 tawny geese.
Of the second one, Bryony, have you noticed the colour of his coat?
As green as a blade of grass.
Yeah, but that's the colour of his coat. It's the lining of the pocket that counts.
And it's the lining Con will look for.
Could I get you something?
No.
If you find anything in there, I'll split with you. What is the matter with me? Am I coming apart or something? You want to meet my tailor? What's your problem?
No, there's little wrong. I wonder if you'd tell me.
What?
The inside pocket of your coat.
Oh,
the lining is of what color?
That's what you want. Why, it's gray.
Oh. It's gray. The pockets are lined with gray.
Is anything wrong?
No, grey, lovely colour grey. A rainy sky, you might say.
Yes, you might say.
There's another pocket, Con.
And the lining of that pocket. Now, you'd have to say that's a shade of green.
It's as green as a blade of grass. Say, where does your dad keep his tobacco?
It's over there on the table.
Think he'd mind if I cadge a little navy cut? Excuse me.
To put the wheel under the barrel. Did you get it?
Officer McNaughton's residence. Speak up a little. I can't hear you.
Well, I'd rather speak up with McNaughton.
Oh. Oh. For you.
Hello? Hello, Bryony. I've done what you...
Oh, is that you, Father Cleary? Yes. It's Father Cleary.
He sounded rather spiritual.
Yes, well, have you news, Father?
No, Bryony, it's Huey. Could you come on down here? I've searched the place, and what I've located would confound a battery of angels.
Well, now, you'd have to tell me, Father. Joe, I'm suddenly down with the thirst. Would you want to get me a glass of water from the kitchen?
Yeah. Oh. Here's a break. No problem.
No problem.
Cinch. All right?
Hello, Father. Now, Father, if you could put it another way, Father.
No, Bryony, it isn't Father Cleary. It's Huey Devine.
And not so loud, Father. He heard some noises in the chicken coop.
Does he have a rooster?
No more like people. Obligation, Father, yes. I have to hurry there. Con, I'll suddenly call to the village. Will you show Joe the garden?
Well, a garden's a thing needs no guide, but I'll go with you.
Good. You could tell him all about the lilac bushes, eh?
He means there are no lilac bushes in this part of the country. But it said the children's breath on the air is perfume enough. This way. Oh, it's a brave night, with the gloom gone to the hills and the sky at the end of your hand.
Somebody booing us?
It's Father's doves.
Quiet. Go get the mail or something.
You know, the first robins came from here.
So?
Some were caught in far-off places. They spoke in the Gaelic hardly anyone remembers.
Hey, look, doesn't all this throw you people now and then? There's lilacs and children's breath, and now this routine about robins?
What nationality would you say a robin is?
Oh, I don't know. I never thought about it. What good would it do?
I suppose it would do no good. But I have thought of a robin, and you have not.
I guess it's nice once in a while, but you overdo it around here. This fella sneezes without closing his eyes, and then there's another bird bouncing around town, doesn't cast a shadow. Do you have to believe everything?
It's true. Sometimes we believe in fairy tales, but at least we know they're fairy tales. And it's a better way to think of the fields we'll walk in, the sons we'll want, and the men we'll marry.
How about those men?
Not enough praise to St. Anne, I suppose.
St. Anne, where does she come in?
The saint of lovers. All the girls pray to her. It's a short prayer. Please, St. Anne, get me a man.
Where do I get in line?
How do you mean?
Well, honey, you're starting to get some action already.
What?
You're very attractive, you know. You have wonderful eyes and hair. You're just loaded with natural appeal. How can you miss?
Joe Mulqueen, what are you doing?
Well, back home, they'd call this making a pitch.
Could I ask you, back home, is there such a thing as a slow pitch?
You're in love with someone anyone would know. Takes up all your dreaming and makes you sort of glow. I guess you think your laughter covers up your sighs, but you've got a love look in your lovely eyes. Oh, you're in love with someone, anyone I know, like to have his chances, the lucky so-and-so. Forever and forever, he'll be loving you naturally. If you're in love with someone like me.
Singing is a very rich custom. I like it.
Well, I guess it's time for Joe to be rolling. Good night, Con.
Good night, Joe.
Say, by the way, if you get a flash from St. Anne, would you keep me in mind?
Good night. Sing like the imprisoned bird of Connemara and release the 12 tawny geese. Now in this light, who was there to say they are neither geese nor tawny?
Looking for the chickens? You're on the wrong track, you know.
Mr. McQueen, this is an official police visit.
Anybody hurt?
And you can start by telling us the nature of this machine.
That's a dictaphone machine. You talk into it and it plays back.
No, that's a pretty scheme.
Would you mind having it play back?
Well, some of the time.
That's an order. Would you mind?
Well, we play a little bit, I guess. Let's see here. You sure you want to hear this?
Yeah.
Nothing important. It's just... Manhattan Insurance Corporation. Attention E.L. Larkin. Investigation covering the first report on the theft of the Blarney stone. Arrived on time. Made contact immediately with the Cork police.
Bryony, the man's a detective.
And after we gave him our friendship.
I was going to tell you in the morning.
Play it, Judas McQueen.
Proceeded at once to the village, and here things really began to get rough. In the first place, looks like everybody in town must have kissed the stone, and one little fella, a guy named Devine, he acts as if he may have swallowed the stone.
Oh, Bryony, I'm filled with despair.
The local station is a cute old codger named Bryony McNaughton. Well, that's about all. There's not much else to it.
More.
More? It's just routine. You want to... Doesn't have much talent, though, and I don't think he could find the curve in a pretzel if you furnished him with a blueprint. But he's a sweet old man. Sweet old man. Sweet old man. That's all. There's nothing.
Oh, Bryony, your heart must be as heavy as a bag full of anvils.
You be quiet, Huey. Joe McQueen, what's the purpose in not telling us?
Well, you could say it was orders or just made a bad guess. Either case, you're not going to toss your hats in the air again.
You got a license to be burned. I don't blame you. But now that it's out in the open, we can work together. I'll need your help.
No, you won't. For if you're not wise, you'll find a machine that'll make you so.
Yatata, yatata, yatata.
You needn't mind it so much.
12 pigeons, and I didn't get so much as a last look at them.
Well, if you'd known they were going to fly away, what could you have done?
I could have ate them. Giddy old devil. Any properly trained woman would have been dead years ago.
You don't have to believe the prediction. But you do, I think.
Prediction. With a fella like that, have you looked at him?
A little.
Well, you can see the man has no character.
How can you see?
Oh, light-headed, you might say. Oh, I've read, you know. In America, they have a word for people of unstable tendencies. Yeah, they call them jitterbugs.
Your breakfast is ready.
I don't believe in the prediction. I detest the man, and that's the sum of my observation.
Yes?
Did you say how the fourth condition went?
I thought you didn't care.
I don't, but if you were just to blurt it out, how would it go?
It's one that couldn't be true, I'm afraid.
I know that, but I'd like to hear it.
It's said that you speak in a great voice, the sound of which will come from small places not dreamed of.
Like from a little black box, would you say?
I suppose. Any little thing like that.
Ah, that's a foolish prediction. It's a foolish way of saying it.
That's the way it was given to Biddy. There's no reason to be upset.
It's that I'm down with illness and listening to the predictions about this fellow McQueen, and that's the crux of the matter.
The crux of the matter is your breakfast is on the floor.
Here I am with a great crime to solve. And the daughter of me days listening to predictions and waving goodbye to the pigeons.
Morning. Good morning. Aren't we speaking?
Huey Devine, have your bus scheduled there. Mr. McQueen is leaving.
Wait a minute. Not cooperating is one thing, but throwing me out of town, that's quite a switch. What happened?
Nothing. Just changed my mind, that's all. There's no hurry. Sir Holmes said leaves immediately.
11 o'clock.
That's the one.
Couldn't change your mind.
Put that thing down.
Well, it's tough to tear myself away. I hate to leave with that reward and everything, but... Well, I can't win them all, I guess.
Reward? Tell me now, what reward would that be?
It's the usual thing, posted by my company. $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction, you know, so on and so forth. Oh, my, I must hurry.
Oh, it's a slow bus.
Yeah, you think it had square wheels. Wouldn't you like to play?
Well, the mood has left me now. I just don't feel it.
Would you sit down?
About the reward, you'd be the one to get it, I suppose.
Not eligible, but I do make the recommendations.
Then maybe Bryony could get it.
Well, I hadn't thought of that, but I guess he could.
$5,000.
Oh, Bryony, to be rich. It's a comfort to even the dead.
Of course, we'd have to work on this thing together. Now, what do you say? In or out?
In. I'll make out an application for the reward. That's a clever policy, I think.
Now, let's start right from scratch, huh? Who's on your list?
Cormac Gillespie.
Cormac Gillespie. Tell me more.
Well, for one thing, this man was seen around the grounds the night of the robbery.
It's a good start, but it's not good enough.
Oh, he's an ugly man.
If he had to walk around the world, you wouldn't lend him a shoe.
He's the only one who'd stand to profit from the stone being gone.
How?
By buying up some of the farmland. With all the accidents, the cattle dying and such like, it's easy to find somebody who'll sell cheap.
Cormac Gillespie has spoke to my cousin already.
Ask him if he'd like to sell his cattle.
Oh, you mean a person steals a stone so that accidents will happen and then he can buy the land cheaply? Never hold, fellas.
Yeah, but have you noticed the accidents have happened?
Well, even if it's true, it's still not enough to start on.
Now listen, when we're through, you're to leave right away. I have my reasons.
We're in business. Now dig up all you can on Cormac Gillespie, huh?
Oh, I'm dying to see the man hung.
And nobody's to know you're a detective.
Oh, no. Artiste. Gillespie's a goner.
$5,000. The love of it. Think of the things you can buy. Oh, I'm delirious for you, Bryony.
No, quiet down, Huey, quiet down. I think you should know that amongst the wealthy, laughter is kept at a respectable pitch.
When you're strolling down the Bowring, that means the lane, a friendly brook will sing you this sweet refrain. Cade me la fouch and slant you to you, and the tap of the morning too. When it's early in the Era, that means the spring. The birds are glad to see you, here's what they sing. Cade me la fouch and slant you to you, and the tap of the morning too. Oh, it's great how they greet you in Ireland. Learn the words so you won't have to guess. It's a toast to your health for one thing, and 100,000 welcomes no less. In your heart you're feeling Shane word, that means okay. And if you meet a collie, here's what to say. Cade me la fouch and slant you to you, and the tap of the morning too. They have voices like the Ainley, that means the birds. Now just you take this, collie. Would you like to say a few words?
Cade me la fouch and slant you to you.
Oh, Faith, you'd be a smash back in the States with the singing commercials and all. Top of the morning too.
Hi. Don't phone us. We'll phone you.
How you doing on the Blarney stone?
So far, I'm up to my neck in legends. Here. Tell me, what does a fella have to do to get a straight answer around here?
You'll get used to this country, Mulqueen. It's the only place in the world where they fill in a questionnaire from the rear.
Huh.
They love that additional comment section.
Oh, they sure do. Just for grabs, what do we know about Cormac Gillespie?
That he was there, that he's unpopular, and one other thing.
Like what?
He bought a block and tackle the day before the theft.
Well, he could have bought it to lower the stone, but he probably got it for his farm, so that's not too warm.
What if he went 70 miles in the wrong direction to buy it?
It's getting warm.
Not warm enough. So somebody gives us a motive.
Maybe I can, or McNaughton anyway.
McNaughton?
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be on the case.
Well, he's all right.
Suit yourself, as long as he doesn't interfere with this department. Who else knows about you?
Just his assistant, Huey Devine.
That's fine. We got a report on those fingerprints they found in the wall.
Whose are they?
Huey Devine's.
Oh, no, he's not the type.
Take your time and tell me, who is the type?
Well, there's Huey Devine's quite a nice type. Anything else?
No. I'm going into Cork now for more reports. In the meantime, we're pretty sure the stone's still in the village. We have a vehicle check to see that it doesn't get out. Keep working.
Oh, I am.
Yes, I know. And top of the morning, too.
Top of the... Dear Joyless, third report of that peerless investigator, Sam, Joe, Spade, Mulqueen. Cade me la foucha and slant you to your receptionist. Nothing solid here yet, but we have a big hunch in work, and Fallon thinks the stone is still in the village. Probably right, too. It might be right here under our noses, waiting for somebody to reach out and touch it.
Bryony, would you come here?
What is it?
The cart. It belongs to Cormac Gillespie.
Ah, then the man is in town. Huey, this'll be the right time to search his place.
Ah, the day was made for it.
Bryony, have you seen Cormac Gillespie?
No.
If you do, tell him I have the rate for mail in that box there.
Gormley Farm, Durlockford, Scotland. Now, I wonder what he'd be sending to Scotland. You'd say it's too heavy to mail. Huey, would you think that's about the size of a flower box?
Ah, Bryony, you'd never find it in a place like that.
There are times when you find a pig in a tree and a broom in a thimble. I wonder would you get me a crowbar or something of the kind.
Is there a fight happening, Bryony?
No, it's just that we may have found the Blarney stone. That's a secret, of course.
Of course.
Here you are.
Give it to me.
Oh, Bryony, I'd love the first jerk.
Give me that crowbar.
Oh, it's a wonderful discovery, Bryony. Think of the honors.
A monument, maybe. Oh, Bryony, you'd look grand on a steed.
Yeah, but before you reach for the stirrup here, now, what place?
It's the Blarney stone, McQueen. Gillespie's planning to mail it out.
Well, isn't there a better way to handle it?
Well, look at the facts. A man already suspected tries to mail out a mysterious crate, just the right size.
So, why would he leave it here?
Well, take yourself now. Why did you leave the little black box open last night?
Bryony, it's Cormac Gillespie.
MacNaughton, what kind of fool's play is this?
Now, I want no trouble, Cormac Gillespie. I'm opening this case to check on the contents.
You don't have to. I'll tell you the contents.
There'll be no trickery. I'm opening it now, and that's the law. Nails. Thousands of nails.
8,000 to be exact, in 8 different sizes. Now you can sort them out and put them back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Father.
It's a natural mistake, Bryony. Could have happened to anybody.
Oh, Bryony, I could weep for your trouble.
Oh, you won't have time, for at the moment you're my assistant in charge of nails.
For Bryony, there's 8,000, and in different sizes.
Well, you can limber up on this size. Good thing for you they're not thumbtacks.
Oh, thank you, Con.
Huey, that black box of Mulqueen's, what was it like?
Oh, a type of a miracle. A small thing that... Mulqueen's voice coming out of it as clear as an April day.
I'm off to Biddy's. Here.
You'll admit it could have been the Blarney stone.
Yeah.
Even Huey knew better.
Did he? How?
Just because it happened, that doesn't mean that Cormac Gillespie is innocent.
By that motive.
You don't think a man would commit one deed to cover up another deed?
I think, to use an old Gaelic phrase, that it's just a lot of malarkey. After all, he didn't cause the accident.
Nobody counted on them. And what do you say to this? Gillespie spoke again last night to Devine's cousin about the land. It was almost a threat. I tell you, the accidents are connected.
Well, why don't we go talk to this cousin?
All right.
Oh.
What's that? Something happening here, a little circle of people.
There's always a little circle of people. From the air, this town must look like a traveling crap game.
What happened?
Bryony, there's been an accident. Huey! Huey Devine!
Huey's cousin's not well. Not well? He's dead.
What happened?
From the card falling on him. Oh, it was a terrible thing.
What is it? What is it?
Your cousin's not well.
Not 2 hours ago, I found him with his car turned over and him quiet on the ground.
Oh, the black doings go on. Sure, it's just as the legend said.
Oh, Tomeen. Fell down in the prime of his days.
Now, perhaps certain people will believe in the accidents.
Huey's cousin, at least.
Oh, Tomeen. I was his only relation. I was as close to him as a winter cold.
I don't see any tears.
Well, Well, I'm what you might call an internal weeper.
Yeah, that's it about Huey. The tears fall on the inside.
Must be a regular pillar of salt.
It's time to go with Tommy.
Have you thought, Huey? You'll miss a good man and your cousin.
Oh, indeed. But I think in his dying he left me a bit of money.
No, that's a generous thing.
The dough or the dying? Say, driver, I was going to ask him a few questions.
Well, could we have a drink? Could we all have a drink? It helps with the sorry, you know.
It does that, Joe. Well, over a little porter, a man can talk over his woes.
Now, that's a nice way of putting it. Let's set him up, Listen, Fallon, I don't know. But why don't you come on down here and try it on for size?
All right. Well, it sounds crazy.
Maybe. But I got a hunch McNaughton's right. About the accidents being connected. Of course, he'd be a problem.
No, he won't. I'll see to that.
I'll see you sometime tomorrow, then. Meantime, I got a little snooping around to do. Sure. Oh, that's the trouble with murder. Fellas like to lose some of his best friends. Okay.
Biddy, the fourth condition. That his voice will come from small places not dreamed of. What? It's been fulfilled.
Well, you know, it's the fifth that counts the most.
That I love him or no one at all.
And the important part. If your love is returned, he will tread heavily on your heart.
Biddy, to be loved in return, is there no way to guarantee it?
Well, I could put a curse on him.
Oh, no. No, I don't think a curse would be fair.
No. Besides, it does little good to put a curse on Americans. They don't seem to know the difference.
I guess I'll have to prove it in my own way.
And you'll know by a sign when he treads heavily on your heart. Then the next condition will follow. He'll bring honor to himself and the 9 counties with a deed of great cunning.
Biddy, will you look? It's Joe Mulqueen, and I'm the favorite of fate. Could you give me a wise word to go on?
Well, if he strikes you in the eye with a lump of coal, it's a sign you're making no progress.
I'll let you know.
Good luck to you, Con McNaughton. And may you have no reason to hear the last and terrible condition that I'm afraid to speak of.
The old church built about 700 years ago.
Oh.
Tell me, in America, have you anything that stood that long?
Just the Democratic Party.
Oh, it's the right time for a walk. The day is cool as peppermint when you can hear every sound in the field. Well, Joe?
I'm going to have to teach you to play post office.
Tell me, is it a difficult game to learn?
Not for a natural athlete. Say, would you do me a little favor? Tell me about this prediction of Video Devil.
Well, to do that, I'd have to know. Do you believe in fate, Joe?
Well, I like to give everything a whirl, yeah.
Well, I mean by that, the arrangement of things, a sure plan of events. Do you believe in that?
Oh, I got mixed up with a sure plan of events once.
What happened?
Ran out of the money. No such thing.
Oh. Well, if you don't believe that, then I guess there'd be no reason to hear the prediction of Video Devil.
Say, C.M. It's you?
Uh-huh.
A great love, huh?
Oh, he was only 10 and named Jim Hickey. They moved away, for his father loved the sea, and there was little of it here.
I bet with you running around, the boys carved up most of Ireland.
Not so much.
No romance here?
Oh, yes. For here it said the greatest pleasures in the world are the reading of books and the kissing of girls.
Must keep a girl pretty busy.
Unless she's married to a great reader.
How about you?
Oh, I've been kissed 67 times. I keep track of such things. Do you?
No.
67 times. Of course, 30 of them were at fairs and parties. That hardly counts.
Oh, it's still a great show. Great.
Oh, but there's Abby Shea, who lives down from us. She's been kissed 81 times.
I must be the record.
Oh, by far.
Would you like me to help you shatter the record?
Oh, no, Joe.
Abby, you're through.
You're in love with someone anyone would know. Takes up all your dreaming, makes you sort of glow. I guess you think your laughter covers up your sighs, but you got a love look in your lovely eyes.
Here, there's always such a look in our eyes.
Always?
Or nearly so. For someone we meet, or the way a day starts, but mostly for someone we meet.
Oh, 'tis sweet to think that where'er we roam, we're sure to find something blissful and dear, and that when we're far from the lips we love, we have but to make love to the lips we are near. The heart, like an ivy accustomed to cling, let it grow where it will, cannot flourish alone, but will lean to the nearest and loveliest thing. It can twine with itself
and make closely its own.
Then, oh, what pleasure where'er we roam, to be sure to find something still that is dear, and to know when far from the lips we love, we have but to make love to the lips we are near.
Oh, you're in love with someone, anyone I know, like to have his chances, the lucky so-and-so.
Forever and forever he'll be loving
you naturally. If you're in love with someone like me.
We have but to make love to the lips we are near.
Oh, where were you going with this?
On the doorstep. For a proud man who might be hungry and passing by.
Oh.
Tell me, in America, do they ever think of the poor?
Oh, yes, around election time.
Father will be here soon. Oh, you have no idea how important it is to find the stone.
I have a faint notion.
To him, at least. For he was never first or best at anything.
Finding the stone will do the trick.
That's why I've prayed for it. There's great pain in not being pleased with yourself at least once. Oh, it's Father. Will you tell him of us?
If I can squeeze a word in.
Father, Joe has something to say to you.
Haven't you said enough already, Mr. McQueen?
Father, what's the matter?
I've been taken out of my job. Ask Mr. McQueen.
Oh, no, because I don't know.
Huh? Tell me, did you call Inspector Fallon this afternoon?
Yeah?
And did you tell him about some secret plan you had?
I did.
And then did you tell him that you'd have to be careful of me, that I was a problem?
Oh, wait a minute. That isn't what I meant at all. I was...
No, but you said it. So I've been made assistant where I can do no harm, and Devine has been placed in the job.
Devine?
I don't understand. What has Joe to do with this?
Oh, you weren't told. He's a detective sent over to find the Blarney stone. And he'll find it, for he's a man of great cunning.
Oh, Father, something will happen. The people won't be disappointed.
No, they'll not be disappointed. The people always knew I was just a plundering old man. There's only you would be disappointed.
He'll bring honor to himself in the 9 counties with a deed of great cunning. Oh, it was cunning, Joe.
Look, Fallon's got jumpy. I can...
Will you leave, Joe?
Well, it'll be all right. I'll fix it up in the morning.
Please, Joe. Your supper's on the doorstep. It's for beggars or those who are poor in spirit. You have your choice.
Good thing for you I'm not hungry.
And why should I have listened to him?
Because he's the one you chose.
But the prediction is done and it's of matter to no one.
Except to him. For there's a last condition, Con.
It's been fulfilled.
A last beyond that. A condition I've had no breath for.
Biddy. Biddy, you'll have to say it.
The condition is, if you should turn him out of your house, and you did that, then he will go to the wood of Kelly. There a song will be sung in the light of the moon. And your man will die.
Oh, that's not true.
There could be no mistake. The singer will die.
It doesn't mean that exactly, for none of the others have been exact.
I've studied the phrasing, and that's the meaning of the last condition.
Oh, what's to be done, Biddy?
Being a part of the prediction, neither you nor I can tell him.
There must be some way to keep him from the wood of Kelly.
If you were to pray, you might do it.
I will. I will. I'll pray until my knees hurt.
Do. And then pray sitting down till you get the same result.
Yes, Biddy.
Hello, Joe McQueen.
Hi. How are you?
I'm Pierce O'Neill, do you remember?
Oh, how could I forget such a noted authority on the vagaries of women?
Is it true you've had some troubles with Con McNaughton?
Troubles? Oh, I may be sued by a soap opera.
What are we looking for?
I'm looking for that spot in the road where the cart turned over on Huey's cousin.
Oh, it's here by the bed.
Oh, let's go take a look.
Here it is.
Huh. Went right through the fence, huh?
The cart turned over as it came around the bend, and he was pinned beneath.
Well, then why didn't the wheels dig a path on the way around? It's smooth except for here. Right there for the other wheel. This cart was standing still when it was tipped over.
Now what would tip over a cart like that?
Big wind, maybe.
A freak of nature?
Or man. Either case, you're right.
Well, it's a nice little parlay you put over.
Huh?
On account of you, McNaughton's out of a job and I lose my gal.
I told you what we thought of McNaughton.
I still say it wasn't necessary.
But it was safer. What have you found out?
The cart was pushed over.
Well, good. Then we know where we're going.
How to get there. I just had a little talk with an old gal named Biddy O'Devlin, and she's got an idea how we can swing it tonight.
Why wait that long?
That's the only way it'll work. And one more thing. McNaughton plays, or we don't play at all.
All right. But he's your charge.
Okay.
I'll check in with you tonight. You need any help in the meantime?
No, I got it. I have this old gal, Biddy O'Devlin, for the light work, and a kid named Pierce O'Neill for the heavy duty.
Plus McNaughton? Are you crazy, Mulqueen? A small boy, an old woman, and a guy with rheumatism. Can you think of anything worse?
Nope. But I'll work on it. See you, huh? Hi.
Please step aside.
I spoke to Fallon and,
Please, you're standing in the bacteria.
Oh, pardon me. Can't that wait a minute? I want to talk to you.
No. I've been ordered by Huey Devine to clean up this place. Bryony, says he, I'm not loyal to germs.
He's loyal to that shirt he wears.
Ever since he was made sergeant, he's prancing around like a show horse.
It won't last long. I got a little thing.
Mr. Mulqueen, I'd be obliged if you treat me like a friend you never made the acquaintance of. And I'll do the same.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Sarge.
Oh, Bryony, you've done a mortal good job. I love cleanliness.
I've seen farmers with less land than that fella's in his ears.
Now, we mustn't fight, for we've the case to solve.
It's solved. Or about to be, by Biddy O'Devlin.
It couldn't be true.
She's putting the pieces together now, and we'll meet her tonight for the answer.
And how does she know?
Oh, she's a wise woman.
But not that wise.
She has hidden powers. Remember, she's the first person to have ever seen a stick with only one end.
That's true. She'd be the one to find the stone.
You'll want to come along tonight, won't you?
Tonight? Yeah. Oh, yes, I'll do that.
8 o'clock. She won't get home much before 7.
Oh, well, I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there to meet you. 8 o'clock.
Same goes for you.
I'll not go.
Now, you're still under Fallon's orders. You be there, 7 o'clock.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you told Huey 8 o'clock.
Bad acoustics in there. 7 o'clock, Biddy's house.
All right. You know the way by the wood of Calais.
Sure.
Good evening to you, Con.
It's past supper. Have you seen my father?
He's gone to Biddy's house.
To Biddy's house?
Yes, to meet Joe Mulqueen by the wood of Calais.
A song will be sung by the wood of Calais. And the singer will die. Good night to you.
time now.
Yes, it's dark enough.
Now, is everything about the plan clear to you, Biddy?
And what is it now but clear? I'm to stay in the chair and not move.
We'll do the rest. Now, if anything goes wrong with this plan...
With only 2 people involved, how could anything go wrong?
That's what they thought about the Garden of Eden. Now, if anything goes wrong with this plan, we shift to the second plan.
I'm to start the story.
Not until I give you the signal. This whole thing depends on timing. If you're a sentence off one way or the other, it's no good.
I'm to say just enough to hang myself.
Well, that's not exactly the rosy outlook to take, but that's it. Now, Biddy, don't you worry. Everything's going to be all right.
Joe.
Huh?
I've been thinking about it. And there's a warning you should be given about the wood of Calais.
Well, it'll have to keep. We're drawing it a little fine already. She's all set.
All right. Now let him get inside before you move up. And keep watching the woods. If you come from that direction, I'll stake my life on it.
Okay. Getting a little crowded in there.
Hello. Hello, Joe and Brian. I came a little early.
I guess we all did.
Hey.
Quiet down over here before.
Company.
Oh. Well, I guess Biddy's ready. We better go in.
Come on, Huey, for Biddy's story. Hadn't you dying to hear it?
Oh, I'm dying, Bryony.
Now what?
We'll do it the hard way.
Inside.
Oh, Pierce.
Yes, Joe McQueen?
Looks like we lost the first round. Go on back up the road and sing out if anybody comes, huh?
I will.
Good boy. Where are you going?
Well, I was going to guard the door from enemies.
Been taken care of, Sergeant.
Well, Biddy?
Should I begin?
Biddy, what about the stone?
Yes, Biddy. What about the stone?
It was stolen to cover up a black deed. And the black deed was the killing of Huey's cousin.
That could be Gillespie. That'd be a thing to admit.
With the stone gone, accidents were sure to follow. And this could seem an accident like any of the rest.
It's the warning from Pierce.
You didn't have the boy sing.
You're late, Gillespie.
Huey, with the money, will you buy a new soul?
Line. Coming?
Oh, yes, yes. I'm coming.
By the lower wood.
Come on.
split up. Divine, you take the bridge.
Time to stop.
Oh, Bryony. They played a terrible trick on me.
Did you need your cousin's money that much?
Oh, Bryony, you'd understand. For dressing up and the like. And traveling. Oh, the sceneries that a man can behold. There's little islands and that place in Italy where they have lakes running right down the middle of the street. Stay away, Bryony. You're the friend of my days. Please. Please, Bryony. Oh, Bryony.
You're a scant man after all.
Take him along.
Was that chase after the Gillespie necessary?
More or less. In order to build us a case, he had to make a play for Biddy.
He wouldn't do that with us standing around.
He would if we gave him a chance to get to her. Especially if he thought we had the wrong answer and she had the right one. He was covered.
But you'll not find the stone. I'll not give you that pleasure.
We'll find it.
Bryony, the whole world's turned against me and they're taking me away. Have you nothing to say?
Huey, I'll find you're going a swift sorrow.
Does it mean no more than that?
No more than a single tear in a thunderstorm.
Bryony, I'm terrible alone. I'm terrible alone, Bryony.
Now, where could he have hidden that stone?
In a sensible place. If a man was wise, he'd hide a loaf of bread in a bakery, or a monk in a monastery.
That's lovely. All we have to do is search every stone quarry in Ireland, huh?
Mr. Mulqueen, a boy's been struck down.
The prediction itself.
Pierce.
What went wrong? I signaled twice, as you said.
Divine crossed us up.
Oh, Joe. Joe. Has nothing happened to you, Joe?
Oh, I'm fine.
It was the boy Pierce O'Neill did the singing.
Have you sent for help?
It's no use. No use in the world to send for help.
The last condition, Biddy. It will be fulfilled.
It will be fulfilled.
No. No, it'd be cruel for the boy to die.
The boy'll be all right.
But the last condition, Biddy.
I was be fooled by the words.
Then the prediction's untrue.
No, the prediction is true to the last word. For it reads, a song will be sung in the wood of Calais. It will be interrupted by violence, and the song will never be finished by man. So, not by man, but finished in the hills by the boy O'Neill.
How's your head?
No better, no worse than most.
That's not what I mean. How do you feel?
The rock slipped, and I fell. It's late, and my mother will want me. Good night.
Thanks, Pierce. Well, let's go along. Aren't you coming?
I'm out of breath. I'll be along.
We'll go on ahead slowly, Father.
Oh, yeah, slowly. I must have run a mile and a 16th tonight.
It was the same rock I slipped on.
Yeah?
Strange. A loose stone, and the place has stood 700 years.
Not much reason to... Holy smoke. Fallon! It's a stone. The Blarney stone.
Joe, you'll never find that stone in 1,000 years.
What's the matter? Tell me quick like. Is that the Blarney stone Blarney's sitting on? Huh?
You've got the prescription.
Come on, take a look, pal.
That's it.
Once for me.
Joe, about the reward. Sitting on the stone that way, wouldn't you nearly have to tell them that I found it?
I'll tell them that you hatched it.
Get to a phone and order a truck. I want the stone back in place at the castle by 8 in the morning so the tourists can get an early start.
Right, Inspector.
Congratulations, McNaughton. And about that job, Sergeant.
No, I think not, Inspector. You see, there's a little reward, and it wouldn't look well for a sergeant to be a landowner.
Father, you're a hero.
Oh, well, I got some help on myself for you, Joe. You're very cooperative. Very cooperative. You see, and looking for a thing, a man just has to use his head.
Except in this case, I wouldn't say it was your head. We'll get together tomorrow, Mulqueen. Good night.
Yeah, I'll see you, huh?
And you know, Con, I don't mind the prediction so much.
But I don't need a prediction to marry him. For I've kissed him, and he's the one.
Oh, I didn't know it was an audition.
Just remember, you're going to marry an heiress. I've read about it in books, but it's grand to see.
When you're strolling down the Bowling, that means the lane. A friendly brook will sing you this sweet refrain. Eight near the fountain slants into you, and the top of the morning